What's up guys, Cliff and Brian, Trail Grid Pro. So right now we are in York, Pennsylvania. We drove up here this morning, got up real early, left at about 7 a.m. to head up here. Marty Motoring, a well-established YouTuber, social media in general, Toyota, Lexus enthusiast, actually has a Camaro now as well, wanted one of our Sony bundles. So instead of shipping it to him via UPS, we decided to drive up to York, Pennsylvania, and we're gonna shoot a video today of him installing the bundle himself so that you guys can see that it really is super easy. All of the hard work is taken off your hands even before it leaves our shop and heads to your doorstep. So hope you enjoyed this today. Appreciate you watching. Why didn't you say anything?
Because you didn't.
You didn't stop talking. All right, guys, we are here and we are with Marty of Marty Motoring. Welcome. We're super pumped to be here. So Marty got a Sony 7000 bundle from us and we decided to drive it all the way up here to York, Pennsylvania so that we could record Marty throwing this in his beautiful 2014 SR5. In this box is the Sony 7000 bundle. So what we're gonna do today is we're gonna do an unboxing with Marty, show you exactly what you can expect when you get it in the mail, and then we're gonna have Marty put it in his truck.
I'm excited.
Yeah. All right, so you ready to get rolling?
Definitely, let's
All right,
go.
Let's do this. All right, well, let's get this baby open. So this is short of some packing fill. This is exactly, if UPS put this on your doorstep, this is how it would have shown up.
Awesome.
All right, so that is the factory Sony box, which of course I want you to have, even though we've already bundled it up. And then the crown jewel.
Crown jewels. Be very careful.
Yeah, so essentially, as you saw in the video, we bundle everything in advance. It's all put together, ready to drop in your 4Runner. And you've decided to go with charcoal.
Yes, I like the darker look of
Yep.
the charcoal here.
Yeah, so it's got the sparkle to it, which is what the 4Runner's charcoal has, which is cool.
That's really nice.
Yeah.
Very OEM looking.
Yes.
I like that so far. And here we go.
Yeah.
We can
So we pack it really well because, again, these are going all across the country and into Canada. So we want to make sure it arrives as it's supposed to. It's got another protective film right there, which is cool. So it's already loaded in there. And then of course, it looks cool. It's like business in the front, party in the back. But because this is everything that you need right here. The front's great, but this is what makes everything work. So everything's all pre-wired. We have the pack module mounted here to the back. Everything's already put in place. These are all these match up with your Toyota 4Runner harnesses. He's got a rear camera. This retains your factory USB location. This is your mic, rear camera connection. So everything's already done. It's already loaded in there. So all we got to do is disassemble clearly your current setup and then put this bad boy in.
Awesome. Easy enough.
Yeah.
This is looking really nice. I like the design with the charcoal. I like that color, and I like that there's some space here on the sides. It looks OEM, but it just looks like upgraded, honestly, with this nice Sony unit. And then, of course, all the connections that we're gonna need. So, yeah, I'm pumped to install this.
Rock and roll. And then, of course, in the bundle as well, we've got all the instructions for the various parts that made up the bundle. Remote USB extension cable. This is actually for for the new hazard location. So that's in there. We've also got buried in there somewhere. Let's find it. Yeah. So we've got the new tabs, which we're going to use in these locations, which make the connection to the 4Runner dash location flawlessly.
So the first thing we're gonna do, we need to remove these two side panels, so you can literally just kind of
Pull them off.
grab them. And they should just come carbon fiber.
Ooh. He's taking out the AC panel with it. Yeah, boy.
That's step 2. So
Yeah, I can just go
if it all comes off.
Had you ever done this before, Marty?
I have not.
Well, there you go. There's the inside of your AC panel.
We have
Super simple.
Yeah, I mean,
you actually might be slightly disappointed of how little stuff holds your dash in. All right, so we need to unplug this, and then we're also gonna, if you can remove that little, the little tab down on the ends.
Oh, on the ends. Okay.
Yeah. All right, that's out of the way. All right, now you've got 4 10 millimeters right here. We're gonna take those out. So those aren't actually going to be used for reinstall, but what we usually do is go ahead and put them back in there. That way they don't get lost in your parts bin.
That would happen, yep.
Plus that way you know they go to this vehicle for that exact location.
Yeah, if I ever do decide to put the stock system back in for some reason. If
you decided to sell the truck or whatever and you wanted to keep your stereo, then you could reinstall it and you'd have all your parts.
So far I give Marty an A+ on the use of a 10 millimeter socket.
It's an acquired skill.
Right.
Well, he definitely gets an A for knowing exactly where his 10 millimeter socket was in the drawer to start with.
I agree. That's a rare skill.
Got to keep organized.
Organization.
You'll lose
I may know how to use it. I just can't find it.
Right.
You got to use it or else you'll lose it.
Right.
All right. So now this whole panel is gonna come out. Just pull it straight towards you.
There you go.
Yep. So now all of these plugs.
Some of them may be a little tricky, and that's what we'll use the flathead screwdriver for, to press the tab.
Let's see that one. Yeah, there's a lot of plugs back here.
A lot more than you would initially think.
Yeah, that's modern vehicle. And that's why this bundle is so attractive, because you don't have to think about anything.
Right. And they're all keyed plugs, so that there's only going to be one plug for these to match up with.
That's perfect.
The other thing to keep in mind is when we get to reinstall that we're not going to be connecting all of these plugs back.
That's good.
So, don't worry if you end up with some extras.
Looks like we got a couple more. For a simple vehicle, the stereo is definitely not simple. A stock stereo. Looks like that's a harness of some sort.
Yeah, so that goes from the bottom portion here is your nav, your factory nav. So that just integrates it up to that, so we actually won't even need that.
Cool.
And then just one last thing is you can either cut the tape away from this little support bracket, or we can take the whole bracket off.
I'll cut the tape. Is that easier?
Yeah.
If cutting the tape's easier, I'll just do this. Almost there.
There we go.
Piece of cake.
There it is.
Awesome.
So now we just need to take it over to the bench because we need this piece, the button here, and this other trim piece, and the vents.
Awesome.
And the top trim piece.
And the top trim.
Great.
First thing we're going to do, we're going to take this top piece off. So there's a Phillips head here, and then there's one there.
Just these two first?
Yeah, those two first.
Screw management is important in this process.
If you do happen to lose a couple of them, there is some extras in the kit.
Oh, awesome.
So then this piece pops right off. The next thing we can do to get it out of the way, we need this wiring harness off of the hazard light. And then actually a tab on the back side, a little retainer tab in there.
Oh.
There we go. Same like little, I call them Christmas tree connectors. There we go. So we do need that hazard light. Actually, we'll just push out towards the front.
Like that?
Yep. So we need that button. if you see we're going to pull these 2 vents off. So you see there's these type of retainers. So there's 1 up here, and there's 2 on the sides, and then there's 2 back here.
Okay.
So usually just take the flathead, just kind of, you know, gently pull the tabs out. And these tabs are actually right here in the corner.
And then you're kind of pulling out at the same time.
Might have to go back around, yeah.
Yep. And then
So I
you
got these 2.
you got one, this one. Oh, it just went back.
They're sneaky.
Sneaky tabs. All right.
There you go.
There you go.
There you go.
All right. So we need that one, and then same thing on the other side.
Once you kind of get like one of the tabs or 2 of the tabs down, you're like, oh, okay, I get this.
Yeah, if anybody played Legos as a kid, I don't think this is much harder.
We're gonna quote that.
Okay,
If you
perfect.
played Legos as a kid, you can do this.
You can handle it.
This doesn't take any kind of crazy mechanical skill.
Right.
I'm just struggling with it because I'm me. But
Nah, I mean, this part with the tabs, it's
It can be tedious.
yeah.
I think I actually need. It's gonna help to have a longer flathead because this one's getting stuck. So
There you go.
this. I have a lumpy one.
Third one's the charm.
Third one's. Oh, this is actually perfect.
Awesome.
We got it.
Voila.
And if you forget which side goes to which, they are labeled. It says LH, RH. All right, so we did all of that to get access to these 4 little tiny Phillips heads, which will remove these little trim bits.
Small Phillips head, I think you have right there.
Take the small one out, see if it works. Yes, perfect. This one doesn't want to come out.
Oh,
Yes, it does.
The old magnet.
Gotta love magnets.
All right.
Saved me so many times.
Everything's off. Let's make the transfer over.
So now we're gonna just repeat the process in reverse. So start with the trim. I've kind of found it easiest if you know, once you kind of fit it, just kind of hold it as you start the screws.
All right. Looks like those kind of snapped in somehow, but
Yeah, it's kind of mold pressure fit.
all right. So
Perfect.
that's in left. They pop in way easier than they come out.
Pretty easy. Sexy.
Oh, that looks so good so far. Now it's about to look.
Yeah, that just pushes right in.
It works.
He does it too.
Yeah. It's just,
That's how you know you did it right. There we go. Yeah,
he's a pro now.
that one's pro. Yeah. Trail Grid Pro.
Pro.
All right, so we got our 4 clips on. And then
Yep. And your top trim there.
All right, man.
Fully back together.
Everything is in.
It's just like a matter of matching plugs.
all right. They're all similar, but you know,
They're
They're just different enough.
no, this is a lot easier than wiring.
Yep, there we go. Some of them
Okay.
are not used. That's what I say.
Okay.
We're gonna have a lot of extra plugs at the end of this.
And then this
That's your
because-
factory USB location should be.
Yep. So
goes
that
into here.
so USB 1 is your smart USB. So that's like it says. That's where you're gonna plug your phone in.
Yeah, so it retains that factory USB location.
Now,
So
what is this?
that should be, and that, oh, that was Sirius.
Oh.
Yeah, that's just not used.
cool.
So and
you
then
serious?
this one, this one is our hazard.
hazard connection, right?
Yeah.
So now I'm guessing you just
kind of
tuck the wires back and
kind of shove everything back in there.
yeah.
All right. Now, before we get too much further, you got your key?
Run through and test it.
Yeah, just turn the accessory power on, and then you had a cable in here for your phone.
Yes, we can test CarPlay.
Hey, it starts up. We got power.
All right, so real quick, we're gonna turn demo mode off.
12:18, 10:16 a.m.
You'll get this little safety message every time you start it up. It'll either go away or you can close it out. Plug your phone in, you'll get yep, there's a prompt.
And there is Apple CarPlay in your Toyota 4Runner.
Wow, that's awesome.
You go into the settings menu, in visual, you go to your wallpaper, there's an option to import off USB. So you could literally take any picture that you have. You can put your Marty Motoring logo on the home screen of, so when you start the truck,
That's awesome. And can you look at your rear camera while you're driving?
No.
No,
I don't think
it turns off.
Yeah. That would be awesome.
Could it be cool to be like, who's behind me? Yeah.
Yeah.
But it's so cool you can do this.
Yeah.
It's
So if you're
Trugrid
parked-
Pro behind you.
Oh my gosh.
I'm gonna stick these bolts back in. Yeah, it's like I said, surprisingly simple attachments here.
Voila. Let's make that background black real quick. I think black is cool. It's like real sleek. It like
In the phone settings, and then you can actually rearrange the icons however you want them.
That's awesome.
So, you know, instead of, say, if you primarily listen to Spotify, you can move it over to this home screen and, you know, kick news or audiobooks.
And there's, you know, there's a ton of other compatible CarPlay apps. So it's like, you know, a whole nother fleet of apps that, you know, may not, you know, you may have not used them before, but now that you can have them in your vehicle, it's like, all right, I'm going to put this on my phone.
And the one thing
Yeah, that's awesome.
I like to do, I like using Google Maps for the navigation, but I like Waze for the, you know, hey, there's a cop up the road or whatever.
That's why.
So you can actually run them concurrently.
Oh.
So what I'll do is I'll open up Waze so that it's running in the background, and then go back and navigate through Google Maps, and then you'll just see the bar like police activity reported or traffic alert. Like those alerts will still pop up and give you the heads up, but you can use the Google Maps.
Yeah,
so
especially if you like that navigation better.
Yeah.
Yeah.
He's got a lead foot.
Yeah.
I have lead. Well, he has a Camaro. He knows.
Yeah. That's right. Exactly. Let's turn this baby on. Let's listen to some music real quick.
Yeah.
See me rolling.
Pretty much. Wow, it sounds really good. Oh.
So there's Siri.
Oh wow. I thought that was audio settings. Voicing.
So that would be in the actual home. So if you go home and then go to swipe left into settings, you can sound.
That's cool. See the difference here. Yeah, the extra bass is pretty nice.
So
Wow.
So even in my car, I mean, I have two 10-inch subwoofers in the, so I actually have to back the bass off a little bit before it blows out my rear window. You know.
Yeah, that's nice. Some bass. Woo! Nice. I'm definitely happy with that. Big improvement over the stock system.
Jeez.
Sweet, and it's the matte finish, so it helps with the sunlight.
Yeah, it's got an anti-glare screen.
Anti-glare. That's it.
Yeah, I think the anti-glare is sort of crucial, especially those with a sunroof like you. So
Yeah.
when you have that open and you know it's not getting in that sunlight from directly above.
This will also auto dim when you turn your headlights on.
Oh wow. Can we test that out?
Yep.
Nice.
Okay guys, we've got the Sony XAV-AX7000 in your beautiful white Toyota 4Runner SR5 Premium.
Yes, premium.
Thoughts?
It looks awesome, and from what I've used on it so far, it works awesome. So
Awesome.
I'm super happy with it. Factory functionality is there. and it looks better than the factory system, so I'm happy.
Perfect. Yeah, I mean, the big, selling point here, of course, is Apple CarPlay, Android Auto, now in your vehicle. You're an Apple guy, so clearly you're gonna be using Apple. Marty, well, we had a blast with you today in frigid Pennsylvania.
It's very cold.
It's like 12 degrees on top of this seemingly mountain. But we had a blast. We had an absolute blast, and we appreciate it. It's fun hanging out with you.
Well, thanks so much to TrailGrid Pro for coming out here and doing the install with me. I had a fun time, and I learned a couple things about my vehicle, and I'm really excited to use this in the future. If you want to check out my channel, it's Marty Motoring, at Marty Motoring on Instagram, Facebook, YouTube, all that stuff, Marty Motoring.
Do it.
I have 4Runner content. I have a Camaro as well.
You guys out there, if you like what you saw today, please subscribe. It means a lot to us, so you can follow us along on this journey. Be sure to check us out online, www.trailgridpro.com. Also Facebook, Instagram, at TrailGridPro, and of course, YouTube. If you like this video, give it a like. Any questions, leave a comment below. We'd be happy to answer any question that you have. And we hope you continue to have a blast out there, guys. Thank you.